Lala finally moved into her new house. It was kind of anticlimactic. She expected there to be fireworks and explosions, but it was quiet, and it was just she and her little dog Daisy. Daisy wandered around the house, and Lala decided that she was going to cook. And she was thinking about what she was going to do with Lunar. They were supposed to meet up in a couple of days to hang out, and he said he had something he really wanted to ask her. Meanwhile, Lunar and Ben were off talking. Lunar was telling Ben that he wanted to get Lala to buy him that brand new car. Later, Lala took her father's advice. She got a job at the movie studio. She helped all kinds of people, and she made a couple of new friends, Jill and Elrich. Remember, Jill was at the house party. She was Alyss's older sister, and Elrich was the man from the park. It seemed like he had gotten a makeover, and he was looking good. Jill was an actress and she was wearing some kind of night costume, and Elrich was in charge of costumes. Lala wanted to see everything they had to do, especially the costumes. Since Lala wanted to be around the design room, she swept and eavesdropped on the conversation. She admired the cloth and the jewels and the studs that would go on these costumes. Jill was in another room auditioning with Rick Glare. He was a up-and-coming famous actor, and she was performing and dancing and acting silly for him. She ended up bowing, and they ended up shaking hands, and it was a good deal. It was a good duet. Meanwhile, at the police station, Deputy Cleveland was interrogating a beautiful blonde woman who he thought was involved in a heist. The pretty blonde girl that was having dinner with Dave was at the police station. She apparently worked there, and that's how they knew each other. She and Owen were sitting beside each other, checking their phones and chatting and counting down the hours before they could get off work. Owen was texting Lolo to see what she was doing. And of course, she was at home riding her horse Lady, walking around, looking at the moonlight, taking selfies, and posting them on Instagram. "Oh, Lady, come on, sweetie, just a little bit more. Oh, you're so sweet, I'm just gonna load you up with carrots. Oh, yes, I am," Lolo told her horse. Dave made it back home, and he was participating in some chocolate making. This was his secret hobby that no one knew about. He felt like he had to keep up appearances because making chocolate kind of is feminine, but it's really not. He just is too macho for his own good, I guess. The next morning, Lala had people over at her grandmother's house. She had closed up the pool and demolished part of the house and put farming plots down. This way, anyone in Simtown could come and grow crops, and she was on a mission. She had 9 of her friends over, helping plant stuff for the upcoming feast they would have for her housewarming party. Lala really wanted to give back to her community. She decided to cook burgers and fries for some of the people that wanted to eat as a thank you. Her new friend Ladacia was there, and she was reminding her not to give Lunar anything. Lala told her she knew. At the table, Alice's husband Joe even joined. He was the king of Simtown, and he actually seemed like a really good person. He just was very quiet and didn't really like to be around a lot of people. Meanwhile, Ben and Jen snuck up to the castle. They wondered if the queen was in there, and Jen believed that if she were to find the Green Fairy would give her a wish to make her the most popular girl at school. Her brother Ben thought she was being ridiculous. Unfortunately for Jen, the fairy didn't make any promises. Queen Alyss was in the castle, sitting on her throne, kind of bored out of her mind. Before work, Lala decided to go to Candy's house. They had a one-song dance party, and Candy reminded her, just like Ladacia had, not to give in to Lunar. All right, Lala said. Lala wished the dance party would last longer. Ray and Jen made it back to the house, and Ashton Jr. even came over for a little bit. He was hanging out, and then, of course, Jen's dad, Ben, came in the room. He didn't feel comfortable having boys in the house. Lala finally made it to work, and lo and behold, her sister Lori finally materialized. "Lolo, I have been looking everywhere for you," Lala said. "I know. I've been hiding from you purposely. You get on my nerves and I don't like you." "Well, I don't like you very much either, Lolo. But I have $4.2 billion that has your name on it." "That's right. That's my money." Well, technically, Nana gave it to me. I'm just being nice and doing the right thing by giving you your part. So write a check and give it to me, Lolo said. Have you lost your dang mind? I am not giving you all this money at once. You will blow it. You know you're terrible with money. That is ridiculous, Lolo said. I don't know what to do with this. You're just so annoying, Lala. I wish I did not have a sister. I don't really give a rat's behind what you think. It is what it is. And you can cover your face all you want. I don't really give a dang. Oh, roll your eyes at me. You're so freaking childish. Lala, you are not my mom. Thank freaking goodness for that. Lala quipped. Ugh, I'm not going to have this conversation with you. Well then bye. Don't let the door hit you on the rear end on your way out, Lala said. There is no door, Lolo said. Meanwhile, at the police station, Dave was playing with a toddler. Back at the Mac house, Haiku was still sporting her red paint for AIDS awareness, and Ashton Jr. had made his way back home. They were playing foosball, and Ray 10 had followed him, and he decided to use their skateboard ramp to rollerblade, and he was actually pretty good at it. Later on that evening, Lala agreed to babysit for Jill. Since she had to cancel her dinner date with Dave, he wanted to come over, and she was glad. He came over, they sat on a rug, sipping their drinks. He would touch her face and told her how beautiful she was. It was like heaven. Lala was thinking that this was the start of something amazing. And she was right.